got feelings and I'm going to talk about them. That's it. So, I've been in a state, right? I've been in and out of this existential depression, and that's ongoing. And, I don't know, I feel all kinds of things about it also, which is probably not helpful most of the time, because feelings about feelings tends to complicate the process and introduce a lot of unnecessary resistance to the whole thing. Because the reality is I am experiencing these sensations, and whether or not they are sensations that are invited or brought on by stories that are happening inside my head, they're happening. The stories are happening. The sensations are happening. Sometimes I can see a clear connection. Sometimes I can't. And all of that is just what it is. And I have this tremendous respect and appreciation for a lot of the teachings that I have received. Teachings about dismantling illusion and getting in touch with what's really here, and seeing through the stories and all of that stuff. But I also have an awareness that there is a tendency with these teachings to start to kind of look down on emotional experience, and to say pretty much, well, it's all part of the illusion. It's all made up. All of the suffering, all of the negative emotions in particular, and a lot of the positive ones, the pride, the sense of achievement and accomplishment, there's a tendency to kind of picture them, paint them as unreal. Because they're created in large part by stories. And that I find very unhelpful. And that is something that I've struggled with. I already struggle enough with derealization and depersonalization. With not feeling that anything is real. And I am wanting, and have been wanting, to strike the balance between these and recognizing that everything is real. It just doesn't really matter in a big picture kind of way. It's not really a big deal. Nothing is really a big deal. Everything is really happening. The experiences are real. The happening is real. And that is true. But there isn't really much else that can be said about these happenings, about this real experience. It's meaningful insofar as it is happening and it is experience that is being experienced. These are real sensations. And yes, they are generated as a part of the playing of this game. That doesn't make them false. I'm not going anywhere with this. This is just me talking. Because this is what I need to do. This is just a thing that I need to do, is to express this shit. And I journal prolifically, but that is not enough. It needs to be spoken. It needs to come out of my mouth. I need to hear it. I need to feel the vibration in my chest as words are being said and coming from my mouth. Whether or not it is me saying the words or the words are just coming through me, I don't know. I don't know that I do anything, but I'm experiencing all of this. I know that. I am really feeling this and really intending to articulate this experience. I find that I have experienced a lot of anger recently. There's been just so much like rage. And it's pretty big, it's pretty broad. It's not like the kind of rage, I mean, it's easy for it to be triggered by, how could this person be doing this? But I can see immediately that when I hear a statement like that internally, it's answered. It's answered. How? Fear. That's how. That pain. That's how. It's not that complicated. Fear and pain. This person is experiencing tremendous amounts of fear and pain. That's how. That's how we pollute the world. That's how we inflict violence on one another. That's how we end up treating each other like we're not real. Like we're not real. Like we don't have real feelings and emotions and experiences, because there's this whole push to like derealize, to dehumanize. And this has been woven in, it's been twisted in with a lot of spirituality. I'm not the only person, the first person at all to talk about this. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. The energy that wants to control, the egoic masculine energy that wants to control, is the same energy that judges what should or shouldn't be. The same energy that judges what's right and wrong. It is this same egoic energy that says things like ego needs to be destroyed. Like we need to disappear the self in order to become one with nature. That is not true. Now it's helpful, it's absolutely helpful to be aware of the functioning of ego, because it is pretty naturally dysfunctional. We are born hallucinators. And part of that is by design. That's what it seems to me, at least. This whole world is dreamed. There is the ultimate reality of everything being, and then there is the emerging of the what is being, and the what emerges from the being of it. And so yes, the being is the ultimate reality, but the form that is being, it's not less real just because it's not the foundation. The tree isn't less real than the ground from which it is growing just because the tree is going to live and die and disappear and the ground isn't. It came from that ground. It's a part of that ground. It is a form of the ground, in essence. hear even the stories that create some of them. I tried to do that for a long time. And again, there's tremendous value in recognizing that a story is a story. And then you can choose to put it down. But I also want to ask myself why. What is my intention in putting that story down? Am I trying to achieve something in me? Am I trying to achieve a different sensation in me because I'm not pleased with the sensation that is there? When I am investigating my internal experience in the stories that are being told, what is my intention? Am I looking for truth? Because if I'm looking for truth, then I can see that there's truth and then just let everything be. Maybe the story disappears, maybe it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Then I'm not trying to change the story. I'm just seeing, oh yeah, this is a story. And then I can go on listening to it and allowing it to be. But I know there are many times that I go in looking for a story because I'm not satisfied with the sensation that I'm experiencing in that moment. Because there's another story that is judging the story and judging the sensation, whatever is present, as unwanted, as insufficient, as displeasing. And that judgment of the sensation is what is driving me to the inquiry. Not an honest, curious exploration of what is present in this moment. If that were the case, it would slide underneath the stories of judgment. The stories of judgment of what is. And then I wouldn't be trying to change any of it. I know from that experience, and I can feel it in myself right now. To slide into the place of truth that is witnessing the judgment of the experience. And just saying, oh, this is happening. So this is happening now. Curious. And in that place, the loss of ego, whatever, the ego death, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, or identity. It's just the feeling I'm in the place suddenly that I don't need to control anything, and I don't need to take credit for anything. I don't need to take credit for what's happening. I don't need to say that I am doing it or not doing it. It is just happening, and I have no problem with that. There is no problem from that space with everything just happening and my being the experiencing of it. There's no problem with that. It's not a question. It's an obvious feeling of I get to explore and experience this, and there's just this like steady stream of experience that is delivered to me. It's delivered, it's given to me. I don't have to give anything. If I'm giving anything, it's the only thing that I can, and that is what is natural to me. It is the giving of my attention. It is just my being present in it. It's my receiving. What I am giving is my receiving. struggle to receive, and of course we then struggle to receive everything, and we end up in this lack scarcity mindset, and we struggle to feel supported by each other, by ourselves, by the universe. Even when those things are being demonstrated, we struggle to feel it. Because we've been so filled with this conditioned thought pattern, this expectation that everything is a fucking transaction, that you have to earn, that you can't be given, you're not allowed to receive, and you can't receive anything unless you've earned it. This is not an earning thing. I know it when I'm in this place. Everything is happening. Everything is just being given to me. It's like I'm just seated at this table and food is being brought out to me. And there is no question of my role in this. My role is to receive. My role is as the active participant. The way that I am actively participating is simply by being present in this, is by showing up, is by casting my gaze across everything that is here and saying, oh, that is happening, oh, this is happening now, oh, delightful, now there is this, oh, there is this now, let me look at this, oh, here's this thing, I am feeling this. It's just that. It's just endlessly that. Oh, there is more. Oh, look at this now. Oh, and then there's this. Oh. It's just this stream of like, wonderful. Yes. Oh, and there's another. Oh, there's more flavor. And there's another. And here's the, no. It's this constant receiving. And in this place, I am taking it all in. And this is what we have confused reception with consumption. If I'm not present, this is naturally our state. Naturally, we are taking everything in all of the time. We are the receiving. The happening, the spontaneous occurrence. And sometimes that spontaneous occurrence is happening through us. Sometimes my body is moving. Oh, and I'm not actually really guiding this. It's just happening. We get confused. We start taking credit for the things that are just happening because the happenings are in line with our desire. Because we are constantly pleasing ourselves, endeavoring to. But I mean, our palate, our true palate, is infinite. It keeps expanding, and so with every new experience, the palate for pleasure gets bigger. We're tasting at the core level all of this experience, and it's wonderful. Because there is zero judgment of any of it, and there is zero judgment of ourselves receiving the continuous stream of experience. We just know. We know this is right. This is it. This is how it works. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Thank you. And so no wonder so many of us struggle to step into the now, to step into this place that is out of ego but deeply in the self. It is me. I am receiving this experience. I'm really not controlling it, but I don't need to. And at the same time, there's this awareness that it is all happening in a way that is pleasing to me. And the more aware I am of that, the more pleasure I experience in all of it. And the more relaxed I feel in all of it. And there's no shame. There's no shame. There's no judgment in anything. It's whatever sensation is being received. There's none of this bullshit about deserving, or if I earned it, or if I'm worthy, or if it's a punishment and I earned that. Like, no, nothing is fucking earned. Nothing is earned. It's all happening because it wants to be happening. And we're tied in with it, you know? It's the I'm trying to put this into words. It's happening because it wants to happen. And yes, we are one with the happening, but we are also deliberately playing the role of the receiving. This is like what, this is the magic of consciousness. This is the duality of being. Again, there's the experience and the experiencing. It's actually all experiencing, but experiencing requires something to experience, right? And so even though there isn't really a separation between experienced and experiencing, they are both experiencing, right? They're just the two sides of this, like, that are both necessary for this to experience. So there's one being that is necessarily in this dualistic dance with itself, but both sides of this self are very much alive and conscious and differentiated. They are. But the role of consciousness is to receive, experience. And as consciousness consciously receives experience, it is awakening within the experience the consciousness of that which is experienced. And so that which is experienced experiences being experienced. I know this sounds like a bunch of just fucking words. But in our choice to receive, to play the role that we have chosen as consciousness, we awaken everything else. We tap into the consciousness in all being. And we have this mutual, like, orgasmic recognition of one another. And as the food is being put into my mouth and I am receiving it and experiencing it, it wakes up to me. It feels itself being felt. And it goes, ah, and there's this recognition. And there's a recognition of me. And in that moment, I feel what it's like to be felt. Because when I feel the food feels me. But if I'm not feeling the food, if I am not really openly receiving the sensation, there's this sort of numbness that happens. This numbness that takes over. And that leads to the derealization. Or is a part of it. It's bound up in it. And there's a lot of spiritual teaching that ends up taking us to this place. Where because we are trying to merge with experience by erasing ourselves, we end up erasing the totality of experience. The way we merge with experience is by being ourselves. By being the experiencing. The pure experiencing. That's you. And I would even argue that there is an element of personality there. It's a personality that is it's prior to personhood. It's prior to any identification with specifics of name and gender and nationality and any of this stuff. It It's just awareness and the joy of awareness and a desire to explore and to experience and to receive, and it's just very present and alive and kind of eager, but not overly so. It's satisfied and eager for more. It's there is a sense there of you. There's a sense there of being you. It's just that you is really open. It's really undefined, but it doesn't reach for definition either. It doesn't really need to define. It doesn't need to put anything onto or around itself to sharpen its edges and make it clear. The feeling is so clear. The feeling of this is right, and it's right to receive things, and the receiving is delighted. That which I am receiving is delighted that I am receiving it, and this is it. Like, this is what I do. This is my role, and it's not. You don't feel used. You feel guided as though by a friend that is wanting to share a delicious experience with you and is saying, just take my hand, and I know you haven't been to this place, so let me lead you there. It's that kind of feeling, that you're surrendering your control and your power, not to be yourself, not to receive experience, but to be guided through it. And it's like all of life then is taking your hand and saying, let me deliver to you, let me show you, let me bring you these things that I want to show you. And we can experience them together. In my showing them to you, we get to share in the experiencing. And so all you got to do, it's this friend who is excited and saying, just sit tight, just like sit at this table, let me tuck in your little bib, and I laid it all out nice for you because I wanted to, this is fun for me. I want to curate this experience. Let me curate this experience, and you just be the recipient in this, just do that. Just do that for me. Just be the recipient of this amazing stuff that I've curated for you because it's so awesome and exciting, and I know you're going to love it. And I want to be here as you receive it and are just, tasting this thing for the first time. I want to see your eyes light up. I want to feel it through you. I want to be with you when you hear this song for the first time, when, I want to share this experience with you. We know how good that feels. It's why we want to share anything with anybody. Oh, I want you to see this video. You got to hear this song. You got to see that movie or read that book, or we got to go to this restaurant because I went and it was amazing, and I want to share that with you. And I want to be the witness to your experience of it. That's so delicious to me. That's everything that is happening all of the time in life. It's a continuous stream of sensation that is being delivered to us for our enjoyment of experiencing it. But we restrict ourselves from experiencing it because we get so caught up in not allowing ourselves to receive. Because we think that means something. That I have to earn this. I have to, if you give this to me, then I have to give something to you. That it's a tit for tat. It's a transaction. We have forgotten that everything is a continuous flow for the desire of flowing it, and everything that is flowing to us wants is for us to receive the flowing. Is for us to receive the experience. And when we do that, when we just let all of it be received, it's so natural to step into this place that is beyond story and beyond ego, beyond projection, but very present and very real and very much you. And in that place of being you, there's no question of whether or not you're enjoying everything that's coming to you. You're enjoying the sensation. You're just marveling in it because there's no questioning, there's no interpretation or analysis of what this means or why it's here. It's just coming. It's just here. And you get to experience pain. You get to experience restriction and the feeling of bondage. You get to experience these sensations. And when they are, again, removed from story, and a part of the story that they're being removed from is this illusion that they're going to be permanent. That's a big part of what derails this whole thing too. The stream of sensation is steady and continuous and continuously changing. And it's never going to be one thing forever. But the more that we fight against the experiencing, the more we sort of prolong it and stretch it out, and then it feels like it is going to be forever, because what we're doing is we're not letting it happen. We're not letting the experience of pain and restriction and limitation be felt. And that's keeping it there. That's perpetuating it. That's clogging up the pipeline of, like, we can't feel the next feeling because we haven't allowed ourselves to feel this feeling, to have this experience, to receive this sensation fully. Receiving it fully meaning not fighting against it, not resisting it, letting it, like, really be there. And that's really hard to do when we're caught up in the stories of why it's there and what it means. It's just there to be there. You didn't earn it. It's not something that is deserved. It's nothing like that. That is just not how this works. It's just happening. And it's not a punishment. You didn't do something wrong. You're not off the path. Everything is on the path. Every experience is on the path. It is all a part of the path. Then we can open up our understanding of what the path is. The path is everything. You can't be off of it. Everywhere you are, the path is beneath your feet. Right? So it's all part of sensation. It's all part of experience that we're asking for, wanting to taste the furthest edges of this infinite possibility of sensation, and constantly creating more, constantly expanding those boundaries. And if we just can find ways to relax in it and not freak out in the sensation that is present, we would recognize that, first of all of it does move through. And second, it doesn't matter. We don't need to be through anything faster than we're moving through it. Sometimes a part of the experience of the sensation is the duration of it, right? It's the difference between, just being tickled with a feather and a feather that is, like, slowly being drawn. That's a part of creating variations and diversity in sensation. We play with the duration. Anyway, I gotta get going, but yeah, I don't really have anything else to say anyway. It's just continuously finding ways to lean into the experience of the present moment and recognize honestly, truthfully, that this is by design. And it's not by design to like create some kind of outcome. It's the natural result is expansion of desire. The natural result is growth, is the expansion of desire and consciousness and experience. It all gets bigger naturally by experiencing it. That's just what happens. And yes, that is desired, but again, it's like it's all folded into just the natural process of being. So whatever here is, it's good that it's here. There's nothing wrong. It doesn't indicate anything going wrong for anything to be here, for suffering to be here, even for a prolonged duration. I'm tired of judging myself or anybody, hearing the judgments for engaging in suffering internally, for experiencing it. When I believe, and I have experienced this, when I suffer consciously, I don't inflict it on other people. It's entirely me. When I am choosing to feel pain, to feel depression, there's a chance that I will trigger it in someone else, but I don't feel compelled to go be mean to people. I don't feel compelled to, when I am allowing the experience of hurt in me, I don't feel compelled to go hurt people. I don't. In fact, I feel quite clearly, and I have witnessed quite clearly that what happens is that my permitting myself to feel hurt or to feel depression or to feel these heavy sensations, it does permit other people to experience that, but it doesn't inflict it upon them. It permits them to tap into something that was already there, that was pre-existing within them, that perhaps they hadn't felt into, that had been buried, that had been stuck. And that can be a scary thing to witness. The mind, I know, my mind can interpret that as, oh no, I've done something wrong, I have hurt this person. No, that's not what's happening. Giving ourselves permission to feel pain, which then gives others permission to feel their pain, is a wonderful thing. It's a healing thing. It's how we move through pain. This pain has to be moved through. That's not new pain being inflicted. That's old pain. That's existing pain that was there already, waiting for an opportunity to be called to the table so that it could sit and talk and have its moment. And this is how we build more intimate connections with one another too. This is how we build more intimate connections with ourselves, with the world around us, with experience, with sensation, is by inviting it, receiving it, permitting it. And when I permit myself to witness what's here, it gives permission to other people around me to do the same. And sometimes that's joy and silliness, and sometimes that's depression and grief, and sometimes it's anger. But when I permit myself these experiences and others feel that permission and give that to themselves, we're not doing anything to each other. And again, I've seen this. Nobody feels influenced or compelled to take some sort of action to perpetuate the pain, because the pain is actually being allowed through. That's the huge difference. If you are choosing to allow the pain, it's the running from the pain, it's the denying it that drives us to compulsively act in trying to like get it out of us. And so I'm going to throw it on you. I'm going to cast it over here. I'm going to start blaming these people in this organization, and I'm going to go commit this violent act, or I'm going to internalize it, and it's going to come back as shame against me, and that's more hurt that's happening against me. If I just let myself feel the hurt when it happens, the cycle stops. It's like you catch that ball and you don't throw it back. And yes, that ball is like a flaming lump of coal and it hurts to hold it. But this is how we end the game of hot potato bad feelings is, okay, I'm going to hold the hot potato. I'm not going to toss it. This time I'm choosing to hold it. I'm choosing to feel it. I'm going to just feel this pain. I'm going to let it burn me, and I'm not going to pass it on. And so this is, again, the difference being that when I choose to feel hurt, it might bring up hurt in somebody else, but that's not a potato that I'm handing them, right? I'm not chucking them this potato and saying, here, take my bad feeling from me. Let me put it on you. I'm standing there going, this really burns. And then other people look down and they go, oh, you know what? I've got one of those too. Here it is. And now we're both able to like hold the hot potato and look at our own individually and share with each other that we're having this experience. But it's not that I gave you this pain and I'm not asking you to take it away from me. I'm just choosing to stand there and feel it. And that gives you some confidence and permission to stand there and feel your own. And now we're having this intimate bonding connective experience of, oh yeah, I feel it. It really hurts. Yeah, it really hurts to have felt this. And man, and I can feel in this moment, I know so many people have this in them. So many people have this hot potato in their pocket that is just like burning them a little bit all day long, every day, because they're afraid. And many of them don't even realize. And so we get to be here and like hold this until it cools down. And it does. It cools down. What's keeping it burning is this continuous friction of like not actually just taking it out and holding it and letting it be there. So the choice to feel pain I think is a compassionate choice. And you can't feel someone else's pain for them. You can't do that. You can only feel pain that is present in you. And you can tell, you start when you do this to feel your own pain, the pain that is present and bound up in your system. You can tell when someone is trying to put pain upon you, when someone is trying to give you their pain and say, I don't want to feel this. You take it. And to that, then you have the ability to set a boundary and say, I can't do that for you. I am not going to take your pain, but I will stand here with you and hold you while you are holding your pain. And I can only do that because I am going to feel some of it. I'm going to feel some of it, but I'm not going to take it from you. I can only do that because I've chosen to hold pain in myself, to hold my own, to experience my own. So now, because I have chosen to feel hurt on purpose without passing it on to anyone, I can stand here and say, you can do this. I'm not going to take away your pain, but I am going to be present with you while you feel it. I'm right here. I am witnessing you. Yes, it is real. Yes, you are feeling it. No, it doesn't matter why. Stop looking for the why. It's happening. Finding a why is not going to get you out of feeling this. It's happening right now. Feel it right now. Experience this sensation. Step out of any story around it. It's not a punishment. It's not a problem. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not deserved or undeserved. It's just here. So feel what's here. And then you recognize that this is what you wanted all along, and why you were in so much constriction, and the real element of suffering was coming from denying what you wanted, which was to feel what's here. What you want is to feel what's here. You know that. You know, you, I'm talking to you, your natural being, your chosen role is to experience what's here, is to feel what's here. This is what you want, is to feel what's here. And when we deny ourselves that because we get caught up in the stories and the mental constructions, that's where the real icky, unpleasant feelings come from, is in the denial of the truth that we want to be here. We want to feel what's here. There are just all these stories that we've made up about why that's not true. How could that be? I couldn't possibly. What was that? What would that mean about me if I... No, that's all fucking... It's bullshit. It's made up. It's irrelevant. It has nothing to do with this. You are infinite being, seeking infinite experience of itself, desiring infinite experience of itself. And as the conscious experiencing element, you are to receive. You are to receive. I know everything we've been taught flips this. It says you're supposed to serve, you're supposed to give of yourself to the world, especially if you are a female human. Not exclusively, but especially if you are a female human, a human of any sort of diverse identity, really, other than the traditional, the default identity of white male. And this isn't anything against white males. There are 99% of white males don't fit into that box either. We're not, it's also fucked. It's also fucked. Patriarchy hurts everybody. But we're not here to give our doing. We're here to give our attention, because attention is what we are. It's natural. It's effortless to give your attention. You just be here. You don't do anything. You let the doing happen. The doing happens through you. It happens around you. That's it. You be, you receive. In your receiving, you are giving. That is your gift, the gift of your attention, the gift of your open reception, of your awareness, your present awareness and deliberate experiencing of what is. And it takes no effort. It is effortless. It's not a transaction. You don't have to earn anything. All of these bogus thoughts are what make this seem hard, because we have all of these stories about why it's not supposed to be this way. So of course then it feels hard. We're trying to do it because we're still coming at it through this warped labyrinth. It's just existing. This is your natural role, to receive sensation. It's so natural. You have all of these senses. You can smell, you can taste, you can hear. This is the receiving of sensation. This is what you do. You're just receiving, not information, sensation. You don't need to interpret it. That is not your role. Your role is not to interpret everything that comes through you. If there is any clarity, if there is anything to be gleaned from it, it will come to you. That is another thing that you will receive. You will receive any information that is pertinent to you. It will be given to you. that is not for you to create with your mind. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. It's all intended to come to you, and you just receive all of it, all of the sensation or the clarity or the whatever, all of it. You just keep taking it in, and you take it through you. You bring it through you. You're not a sponge that is absorbing and then retaining all of this. You're a passageway that is feeling. There's some like minute absorption happening, but it's more like you're absorbing the nutrients from it, you know? You're you're just taking the like the life that is passing through you, and then it passes and is recycled in a new way. That energy is freed and then comes back through in a new form. It's okay. I really gotta stop. I gotta go inside. Anyway, receive, receive, receive. That is it. If we're looking for a purpose, if we're looking for a goal, if we're looking for a role that we are destined to play, that is what I feel most strongly is it. Consciousness, the experiencing element of being is to experience. So let it in. Let it all in. Life wants to play. It wants to show you wonder. Let it. I love you. Take it easy.